we're back, and while you were away, we've already started the process. To give you an idea, we made some big pancakes. You can see that Chef Randall's looks like a nice freshly paved road. Mine looks like the surface of the moon. But I'm going to get better on this second one.
Yeah.
But the smell is wonderful. And let's talk a little bit about the use of a spray on your pan.
Sure. So we're using a nonstick pan, which kind of helps a lot to begin with. And then secondly, now get yourself a little bit more and then spread that out. So first of all, a nonstick pan helps a lot. Sometimes people have this impression that once you spray a pan, you need to do it every single time, and that's not necessarily true.
I've been there, and you make sure that every
now,
inch.
Go ahead and spread that out. Yep.
Every inch of the pan is covered.
So, well, because these pancakes are so fluffy, if you were to leave it, kind of more like you had, it would take a bit longer. So go ahead and spread that out a little bit more, because it's going to take a little longer for the size of a pancake to cook. And finding that magic heat is really I think the hard part about cooking pancakes at home. In the industry, we have a big griddle, and we can, we heat that up, and we always have stuff on it. So there's bacon on there, and there's hash browns on there, there's, pancakes and stuff. So, it's always getting, used, and it's always, being consistent. At home, you heat that griddle up, and then it gets real hot. Mm-hmm. Even though it's 350 degrees, it still gets real hot because you haven't put anything on it. And so, it cooks but once you get that first round of pancakes going, then everything kind of starts to seem to work. And that's really the big trick there. It's just...
Is too much spray? Is there such thing as too much spray?
Yeah, and the spray, I would say spray once,
and
then you're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's also butter in here. When we were at our break, I added the melted butter. And so, you do have a butter in there. So what are some of the things that we're looking for before we flip? Well,
okay.
I'm looking for bubbles, okay? I'm looking for bubbles, and I'm also looking at the edge of my pancake. So where am I at there? Because if I go too early, I'm not going to be able to flip this thing. It'll kind of be more or less fold over.
You look like you've got some.
So I'm almost there.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, and I know your tendency is to want to increase the heat. But you remember your pancake went on about maybe 30 seconds after mine did.
True.
So allow that to cook. I think that's where we kind of get these things. We kind of tend to really want to increase the heat in the oven, or we want to increase the heat of the pan. And actually, the best thing we can do is try to keep a consistent heat. Okay. So we could try flipping it, but the best thing to do is just to let it just go in there all the way.
All the way.
All the way, and then give her, there you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Get a shot of this.
So we don't have smell-o-vision, but if we did have smell-o-vision, what would we be smelling, Mike?
We would be smelling the pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
We would be smelling a little butter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's about all I remember.
Okay. Well,
Okay. That's what
Yeah, that's what we're smelling, right? We do smell a little pumpkin too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, if we added too much pumpkin to this, what would happen with our pancake is it would get real mushy, because there's a lot of liquid, that pumpkin's there's a lot of liquid in pumpkin. The ricotta kind of gives us a richness. So we just don't want it to get too mushy. So
this isn't going to be cooking as long as the first side.
No, because we cooked about 3/4 of the way on the first side.
Okay.
Now we're just finishing it off.
Okay.
Now my pancake's really nice and fluffy, and I'm ready to put it on top of my other pancake.
Mine's looking pretty fluffy too.
Yeah, it's looking great.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use some of our pumpkin spice butter on there.
Look at that.
Yeah. And then if you want to hand me the syrup, or go ahead and put yours on there.
I'll put this on first.
Okay. Well, look at that. It's just like the commercial where it's
all
falling
running right
off. Okay, get back on there. And then we put a little. Now, could we add? We could add if we didn't want to. If we didn't want to just do a straight butter, we could, and then we could add some pumpkin spice to our pancake syrup.
Nice.
Because the spices that are in pumpkin spice, which is like cloves, cinnamon, ginger, and allspice, are going to be fat soluble. You could also heat that up there and then let that kind of flavor the syrup in a way.
And there's really never enough maple syrup, if you ask me.
Well, I guess that's something that's
Oh no. All right, here we go.
Yep.
Oh, that could well rise to the top of the best tasting stuff we've ever done on the show.
Wow.
That is
Okay.
fantastic.
So tell me about, I mean, like, it's creamy, right?
Yes, but it's just-
not doughy, right? Not doughy. Full of flavor.
Yes.
So I think we've nailed our pancake.
Folks, I would highly recommend you follow this. And if you want to go back and say, okay, now I'm hooked, all of this, the directions, the recipe, all of that will be on our website on valleynewslive.com. Excuse me. As are all of the previous recipes that we've done. I highly recommend this one. You did well. We did well today. Thanks. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back again on Cooking with Cashel. Have a great day.